They called him Sam the Slink. He stood outside Gate 14 of Fort Ashbourne every morning. Same torn coat. Same crooked cane. Same soft eyes that never quite met yours. He never shouted. Never begged with words. Just held out his hand. Open. Quiet. Still. To some, he was just another ghost wandering the outskirts of the world. To most, a nobody, a beggar. A stain on the perfection of polished boots and pressed uniforms. Why is he always here? Probably looking for pity. Disgrace to even wear that coat. The soldiers laughed. The newer recruits made jokes. The officers didn't even glance. Especially Captain Raymond Brooks, straight-backed, metal-heavy, all bark and gleam. You think standing outside this gate earns you respect? Brooks once muttered. Go sit in a soup kitchen. Let the real men serve. Sam didn't blink. He just nodded. And kept standing. Every day. Rain, snow, blistering sun, didn't matter. He came back. And behind those tired eyes was something no one asked about. Until the morning he didn't just stand still. He acted. It was early. Fog still clung to the air like breath frozen in time. Sam was already there, gloved hand out, eyes distant. Captain Brooks came out, flanked by a few junior officers. They were laughing at something. Until Brooks saw Sam. And something bitter tightened in his jaw. He walked over, slow and smug. You again, Brooks said. You really think anyone here owes you something? No response. You ever do anything for this country, or just leech off it now? Still silence. Brooks stepped closer. Too close. Grabbed Sam's outstretched hand and shook it mockingly. Tell me, what war were you in, old man? The war of whining? A few soldiers chuckled. One pulled out his phone. The camera was already recording. That's when Sam raised his hand and slapped Captain Brooks. Not violently. Not with rage. But firm. Honest. Measured. Like someone delivering truth, not punishment. Everything froze. The young soldiers looked horrified. Even the guards at the tower stiffened. Brooks staggered back. You're insane. But Sam stepped forward. And for the first time, he spoke. I was 19 when I carried my best friend's body through the jungle in Cambodia. I watched boys cry for their mothers while bleeding into red mud. We buried our courage in foreign dirt and came home to silence. You think I beg because I want your money? I stand here so you don't forget the men who were never given a gate to return to. His voice cracked. Not from age, but from memory. He slowly opened his coat. Inside, stitched carefully into the lining. A purple heart. A bronze star. An old, folded unit patch from a Ranger battalion long disbanded. Gasps rippled. The smirks vanished. One guard saluted. Without even thinking. Brooks looked down, his jaw clenched, chest hollow. Sam didn't wait. He picked up his cane. And walked away with the kind of quiet dignity that thundered louder than any command. 3 mornings later, something changed. Gate 14 didn't open to trucks or salutes. It opened to silence. 6 uniformed soldiers stood in formation, eyes forward. An honor detail. For one man. Sam returned. Same coat. Same gait. Same hand. But this time, no one laughed. Captain Brooks was waiting, full dress uniform, hat removed. He stepped forward and extended his hand, not in mockery, but in apology. Sergeant Samuel Owens, he said, voice shaking, you deserved more than silence. He handed Sam a plaque. Small. Simple. Inscribed with Gate 14 Watchman. In honor of the ones we forgot. Tears welled in Sam's eyes, but he didn't cry. He just nodded. tucked the plaque into his coat, and for the first time, stepped inside the gate. He didn't want money. He wanted remembrance. He slapped the captain, not out of anger, but to wake up a world that forgets its own heroes. He didn't want money. He wanted remembrance. He slapped the captain, not out of anger, but to wake up a world that forgets its own heroes. They thought he was a beggar, but he was a soldier waiting for the world to remember what dignity looked like.